Hey guys, I'm the Crazy Dane, and today I wanted to talk a bit about the AUG A3 assault rifle. Now, I haven't really used this weapon before at all up until 3 days ago when I decided I might give it a try because I've stuck to the same 3 or 4 weapons for each different class for a really long time, so I wanted to mix it up a bit. And I was surprised at how good this weapon is. And I don't know whether this is the fact that I'm used to a 700 RPM rifle or the fact that I just tried something new and I was able to do well with it for some time in the beginning. But I did have a lot of fun, especially because I put myself at a disadvantage because I entered the close encounter maps as Pearl Market and Metro and Operation Logger. So I was up against other people with higher RPM rifles and they would more or less be at an advantage compared to me. But still I did manage to do quite well with it. The stats for this gun isn't really the best at all. It's got 700 RPM, a short reload of 2.5 seconds and a long reload on 3.1 second, and the first shot multiplier is 2.1. So those stats are fairly high, but the recoil is a lot more manageable, and the fact that the muzzle velocity is 670 meters per second is quite good because it's easy to hit moving targets at almost any range, as this muzzle velocity is close to a lot of the sniper rifles or even better than some of them. So with these stats, this rifle is more suited for long range encounters, but I wanted to force myself to be better in close quarters than some of the other people with higher rate of fire weapons, because this kind of forced me into being more precise with my shots and aiming for the upper chest or the head. And it was fun trying a new weapon that I've never used before because as said earlier in the video, I've stuck to the same weapons for quite a long time because I knew they worked and I did well with them and I enjoyed those weapons. So I stuck with those for a long time, but I wanted to try something new, and I think that I might do this more often, try some of the weapons out that I've never used before, because maybe I'll stumble upon gold. I might find a new favorite weapon. But I still don't know whether I was doing well with the AUG A3 because of the 700 RPM, which is the same as my favorite rifle, the AR-160. So I gotta try and mix it up a bit more. I do know that I love being at medium to long range and taking out targets at a distance, and that's why I'm enjoying the low rate of fire weapons as much as I do, because they are fun and they allow me to play the play style that I want, and I'm still able to go into close quarters and do pretty well with it. But this has kind of made me curious about whether or not I've missed out on some amazing weapon that just suits my play style perfectly and I just haven't tried it yet. There's a lot of people who says that the Ace 23 is one of the best weapons and you're a noob if you use it because it's one of the most easiest gun to use, but for some reason I just can't use this gun. I think that it's horrible in any way. Give me any other gun and I'll do way better than I've done when I've tried out the Ace 23. But this just proves it to me that there might be a good overall gun, but there's only one perfect gun for you to use, and that's dependent on how you play the game and what your playstyle is. I like long range encounters, so I use low rate of fire weapons most of the time, and this forces me to be way more on target than people with a high rate of fire weapon, because they do have a bit more leeway than I do. I have to be on target with more or less all of my bullets, where they have to be on target with, well, the same amount of bullets, of course, but because of the high rate of fire, they can afford to miss a few shots where I can't. I don't know whether I've already found the perfect weapon for any given map, for any given class, which suits my playstyle yet, but I'm going to try out each of the weapons that I haven't tried out at all before, so I can try mix it up a bit and I can figure out if I've missed out on some weapon that for some reason is just perfect for me to use and it suits my playstyle perfectly. I don't know, and I'm curious to find out whether or not this is the case. It's going to be fun to try and figure out, and I'd actually like some of you guys to help me choose a weapon. You can post any type of weapon in the comments below, saying how you like to use this gun and the tactics that you use. You could include the attachments that you use as well. I might mix it up a bit so it suits my playstyle a bit more. I usually use the angled foregrip and the muzzle brake for almost any of my guns, because this gives me a bit more accuracy at long ranges. So yeah, do leave a comment below with what weapon you prefer to use in any given scenario, and for any given class what kind of weapon you use. You could include attachments if you want to, but I'd like to try out some of the weapons that you guys use. And that's about it for this time, guys. I did enjoy using the AUG A3, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And as said, please do leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.